Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. He'll see the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars.
Hey guys, really easy to see why Ingram was the second pick in the 2016 draft with plays like these.
Ingram with the steal. Lobbed up there for Mitchell.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo by himself, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo so ferocious in transition. I mean, an incredible athlete who loves to take advantage of these situations.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. 6-point game. Harden's shot is good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Chris Paul is checked in for Doncic. First quarter, just over a minute played, and Paul gets it to go in.
That is the quick decision making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The West All-Stars coach and I did get a chance to talk. We spoke about the defensive end, oddly enough. Now, in past All-Star games, as we know, defense isn't given much thought. But he thinks the players on this team are so competitive, they may take pride in their ability to get stops. That sounds inconceivable, guys, but I guess we'll see.
Thanks so much, David. James outside. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And Butler sends it back.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Butler. He's so quick off the ground to block shots.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here are the East All-Stars. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Paul with the ball. Harden outside. Embiid with the steal. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 6. That shot wide open. Harden's got 5 points so far.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
Mitchell kicks to Ingram. Knocked away. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the... Oh,
man. And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Here's Embiid. Here's Butler. The teardrop falls in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Ingram kicks to Mitchell. And it's sent back by Leonard. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the East. Gobert, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Chris Middleton comes in for Butler. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Ingram. Then for the West All-Stars, Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Wemby. And it's Devin Booker in for James Harden. Siakam is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Jokic is checked in for the West. James, the pass to Booker. Tatum with it, covered by Mitchell. Here's Jokic, goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
So hard to force Jokic out of his rhythm. The 6'10 Slovenian, tremendous concentration.
Charity stripe shot, tries from 10, and Gobert with the basket on the assist by Middleton.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Paul passes to Jokic. Again, the West All-Stars.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
And stolen by Tatum. James against Siakam. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. A big group substitution here for the East. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Pascal Siakam. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Ingram in for Kyle Lowry. Russell Westbrook in for the West.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
To the paint. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Bounce pass, Butler. 4 on the shot clock. It's good. 6-point, 300.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's the West All-Stars up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And guys, add to that the fact that they have really done a great job of attacking the ball handler with their defensive pressure and forcing turnovers.
On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Nikola Jokic. Sabonis is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Booker in at the 2-guard spot. West All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the contest, and hits the free throw. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Booker's got the lead up to 4 now for the West All-Stars. Here's Young from the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. Young's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't do anything about that. Even when Young is under pressure, he just finds a way to score.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that on the inbounds play, exactly the way they drew it up.
Ingram with the steal. The drive by Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. And the rejection by Embiid. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Sabonis with the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
You know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Embiid's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Outside Tatum. Feeds it to Westbrook. Over Young. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Westbrook.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Ingram finds Embiid. Passes it to Young. And that one, good. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Westbrook surveying the D. Again, the West All-Stars.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Poked away. And here's the fast break. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Booker outside. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 6 points for Devin Booker.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Sabonis against Giannis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Perhaps catching the defense by surprise there, guys. Don't normally see Sabonis use the bounce. Draws the foul.
In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Adebayo is checked in for Embiid. Chris Middleton comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Mitchell in for Young. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Russell Westbrook. And yes, it's good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defenders something extra to think about.
It's deflected.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots.
And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Ball kicks to Booker. Hands it from downtown. Booker's got 9 points.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on roll.
From 13. With the second effort. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, just a good job here in the second, pounding it inside, getting good looks right at the basket. Big reason why they're in front.
Free throw good, Booker.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
And taken away by Paul. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the West All-Stars. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts on the West All-Stars first half?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about the East All-Stars?
They showed a total lack of discipline in the first half. Way too many turnovers. Coach was not happy. A lot of miscommunication going on. This game could easily get away from them. They do not tighten up.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the East All-Stars, Donovan Mitchell is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And there's Embiid, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 set.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the West All-Stars. 6-point lead. Knocked loose. Ingram with the steal. Down low. Here's Embiid. He can't get that one to fall. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Davis dishes to Doncic. No one near James as he lets it go. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. LeBron's got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars. And slammed up by Ingram.
Major props given up to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in this path when he goes like that.
Ingram's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Stolen by Mitchell. Inside. Ingram kicks to Embiid. On deep from beyond the arc and then some. Embiid's got 11.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Doncic. Again, the West All-Stars.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo. James kicks to Leonard, and the 3-ball is good. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And now, here's Davis, the fast break opportunity.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
And then Mitchell at the dunk.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Knocked knocks it loose. Here is Harden. He has 5. LeBron outside. Lock at 6. Here's Doncic. And Embiid pulls it down.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander. Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand home punch.
A big group substitution here for the East. Gobert, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Pascal Siakam comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Butler. And Trae Young subbed in for Brandon Ingram. And West also making a switch. Chris Paul's checked in for Luka Doncic.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting, I'll bank on any shot he takes.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Again, the West All-Stars.
Hey, you can't find any fault with the defensive effort there. I mean, at the end of the day, James's great offense was better than outstanding defense.
Young for 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. Young's got 11.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
17-foot shot on the way. Again, the West All-Stars.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Young pass to Gobert. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
High post, Davis. It's good. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Gobert can't hit. Paul against Young. And here they come. Bob up there for Mitchell.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammate.
And so it's the West All-Stars. With a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Embiid has got the ball here for the East All-Stars. On the floor for the West All-Stars, LeBron James is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Harden, then it's Chris Paul, and it's Davis in at the 5 spot. Here's James, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the East. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, and also, how have their opposed to score throughout this game? I mean, they have just been terrific on the interior.
Boy, the perception of Ingram, the awareness, seeing a lane and pouncing on it in a blink of an eye.
Here's James, and right on target. Good. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Walker's checked in for the East. Harden kicks to Paul. And it's off from three-point range. Ball's knocked loose. LeBron against Ingram. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
From deep, Walker sinks the triple.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Davis dishes to LeBron. From 18 feet away, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by James. 8 points for Davis.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him. Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Harden outside. And the rejection by Embiid.
You look at his combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Some changes here for the East. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Joel Embiid. Bam Adebayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Middleton subbed in for Brandon Ingram. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
From deep, Walker connects from three-point range. Walker's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the East All-Stars. Harden outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Timeout called. East All-Stars. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good look for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Walker finds Adebayo. Over James. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Adebayo. It's stolen by Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're up by 2. 1:56 left in the game. And the East with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Pascal Siakam comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Donovan Mitchell subs in for Kemba Walker. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Paul. Embiid, the pass to Middleton. Embiid dishes to Middleton to take the lead. Good on the three-point shot. Middleton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stack game has been going for the East All-Stars.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the West All-Stars. And Leonard has it in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Leonard's got 11 in the second half.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Outside Butler. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Davis. Harden with it. Butler covering. Money!
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Mitchell against Paul. And Butler launches from deep. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Timeout call here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's what the East is going with right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Siakam. Ingram comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Mitchell.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
Here's Lowry. It's in!
Boy, right now, they're just getting a fantastic effort from Kyle Lowry.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
And regulation now complete. He will go to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So the East All-Stars will get the first possession. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Harden out there with Chris Paul. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Davis at the center, locking down the middle.
Setting the table for his teammates, James. Enjoy sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. And West also making a switch. Russell Westbrook in for Chris Paul. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. James looking around. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound. You want Ingram to take over in these situations, and he does just that when his number is called.
And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. Outside Westbrook. Hits it from three-point range.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And that one drops for him.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
Mitchell against Westbrook. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the East All-Stars. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Stolen by Mitchell. And here we go. Westbrook with the steal. And now LeBron pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
And Giannis gets it to go.
Nice concentration from Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outstanding job looking over the defense and staying focused on the basket.
It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Got it.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
The West All-Stars with the ball. Outside Westbrook. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Buries the triple.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're in front by 1. We got 22 seconds left in overtime. And some changes here for the East. Walker comes in for Ingram. Young is subbed in for Mitchell. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession. You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
It's the first. That will put them up by 2.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Timeout called East All-Stars. They're behind by 3. 19 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Young for three. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. Their free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Hart. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring today.
And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And as we play into another overtime, the tension continues to build. Both teams refusing to quit. And the West All-Stars have possession. Westbrook against Walker. Step back shot. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
James in the post. Defended by Young. And LeBron throws it down.
There is no doubt about who they were going to on that one. Of course not. LeBron coming through.
Here's Young. And it goes down 2 points. Giannis has got 34.
And what a dominant performance he's put on here in overtime. He has been on an absolute tear.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. And some changes here for the East. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Ingram comes in for Trae Young. And it's Mitchell in for Walker. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
That giant wingspan of Antetokounmpo, man, wreaking havoc on opposing players and really mucking up passing lanes too, man. He can be everywhere with that ferocious motor and those long arms.
Stolen by Mitchell. A finish, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Booker against Ingram. No good from Booker. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. For Mitchell. Count that one. The East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Russell Westbrook. Embiid drives in. Off target at the rim. Here's LeBron. Here's Davis, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Davis has got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars. And here is Mitchell. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his wings so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Outside Westbrook. Yes!
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Three-pointer, Butler. West All-Stars with the rebound. Here's Booker, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Puts it up off the inbound. It falls.
And they do have a foul to give.
A timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Ball finds James. Count! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, they're having major trouble.
Oh, what a finish!
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Nails the triple.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It drops.
Nice look that time from the veteran Butler, a go-to scorer. He's also willing to make the extra pass.
Here's LeBron. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Elevating his aggressiveness and level of play in moments like this. LeBron as clutch as they come.
So Dwayne Casey decides to call a timeout. So with overtime 2 in the books, the game is still not over. Overtime number 3 coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. The East All-Stars now. Takes the 13-footer off the left rim and out. Now Leonard on the wing. Davis to take the lead. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Davis has got 26.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim, and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
A big group substitution here for the East. Gobert, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Bam Adebayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Ingram. And West also making a switch. Harden's checked in to the middle. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. Tipped and taken away by Paul. Count that one. Now it's a 4-point West All-Star lead.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
LeBron passes to Harden. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
And it's Davis at the elbow. Three-pointer, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Davis. That's now 26 points for James Harden. Lowry from outside hits the three-point bomb.
Hey, Kevin, when it's an important moment in the game, a big time in the game, he flat out takes over. Lowry is a gamer.
11 feet away. Here's Gobert. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, what a defensive play there, guys. That's a huge momentum swing when you tie up a game on a play like that.
Harden against Mitchell. Harden kicks to James. Elbow shot is on the way. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
It's money from deep.
He is in a zone right now. Every three he puts up seems to be going down.
Harden scanning the floor. Tipped away. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Giannis comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Kyle Lowry. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the West. And the shot goes down.
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And here's Harden for 3. Good! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
So Dwayne Casey decides to call a timeout. Kicks it down to Middleton. Here's Mitchell, right between the eyes.
Nice play. They're now in control. Just have to play smart, solid defense here. No quick buckets and no easy threes.
Leonard finds Davis. Harden with it. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Harden's got 32 points.
And Harden right there demonstrating why he's a top-tier scorer. Gets these long shots off quickly.
So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one. An amazing game lasting multiple overtime.
I mean, definitely an epic game. And while both teams fought hard, I just got the sense they played more with a purpose to win. I mean, all the tension in OT, they have got to be exhausted, but happy. What a game.
For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Ozer, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.